I never thought much of it when my 6-year-old daughter, Lily, first mentioned her new best friend, Eli. Kids have imaginary friends all the time, right? I smiled and nodded as she animatedly recounted their adventures, her eyes sparkling with excitement. But as days turned into weeks, Eli became an ever-present figure in our home, and my initial amusement began to wane. It started with the drawings. One afternoon, I stumbled upon a collection of colorful sketches tucked away in her art box. They weren't Lily's usual scribbles. They were intricate, with a level of detail that seemed far beyond her years. The handwriting on the back of each drawing was neat and precise, spelling out messages like, "I'm always here and we'll play forever." I felt a chill run down my spine, but I brushed it off as my overactive imagination. As the days passed, the atmosphere in our house shifted. It felt colder, as if a draft lingered in the corners. I often caught Lily talking to someone in her room, her voice a soft murmur. I would stand outside her door, straining to hear, and sometimes I could swear I heard a second voice whispering, back to her. It was unsettling, but I told myself it was just a figment of my tired mind. One night, I woke up to the sound of soft giggles echoing through the hallway. I glanced at the clock, 2 a.m. My heart raced as I tiptoed toward Lily's room, the giggles growing louder. When I reached her door, I froze. There she was, standing at the window, the curtains drawn wide open, her small figure silhouetted against the moonlight. "What are you doing, sweetheart?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. She turned to me, her expression eerily calm. "Eli says it's almost time for me to go with him." A wave of dread washed over me. "Go where, Lily?" I pressed, my heart pounding in my chest. She shrugged, her innocence juxtaposed with an unsettling knowledge. "He says it's a special place. He wants to show me." I felt a knot tighten in my stomach. "Honey, you need to come back to bed. Eli isn't real. He's just your imagination." Lily frowned, her brows furrowing in confusion. "But he is real, Mommy. He's my best friend. He wouldn't lie to me." I stepped closer, my mind racing. "What does he look like?" Her eyes lit up and she smiled. "He has big, bright eyes and a funny smile. He says he can show me how to fly." Panic surged through me. "Lily, you can't go with him. You need to stay here with me." She turned back to the window, her small hands gripping the curtain. "But he's waiting for me. He says I can come back any time." I rushed to her side, pulling her away from the window and wrapping my arms around her. "No, Lily. You can't." "Go, I won't let you." Suddenly, the temperature in the room dropped even further, and I felt a presence behind me. I turned, but there was nothing there, just the shadows stretching across the walls. "Eli?" I called out, my voice trembling. "If you're here, you need to leave us alone." Lily giggled again, but this time it was different, an echoing sound that sent shivers down my spine. "Eli says you're just scared. He says you can't stop me." I felt the air grow thick, suffocating. "Lily, please. I'm your mom. You need to listen to me." She looked up at me, her eyes wide and innocent, but there was something else lurking beneath the surface, something dark. "Eli says you'll understand soon. He says it's time for me to play." In that moment, I realized that Eli was not just a figment of her imagination. He was something far more sinister, a presence that had woven itself into the fabric of our lives. I had to protect my daughter, but how could I fight against something I couldn't see? With a surge of determination, I grabbed her hand and led her away from the window. "We're going to get some help, Lily. We're going to make sure Eli can't hurt you." As I turned to leave the room, I felt a cold breeze brush past me, and I heard a whisper, faint but clear. "You can't take her from me." I shuddered, clutching Lily tighter as we stepped into the hallway, the shadows closing in around us. I knew then that this was just the beginning of a battle I never wanted to fight. Eli was real, and he wouldn't let her go without a fight.